Hello. It's good to see you. Today we're going to take a look at a big basket full of seashells and other little things that you might find when you walk along the beach. I don't think these were purchased in a gift shop. These actually look like some that were found on the beach by a very lucky person because they're really pretty shells in here. So I'm going to take the basket and I'm going to slide it over there and we're going to look at each of these things. It's actually very heavy. Look at this first one. Ooh, this one's cool. Now I don't know the name of all of the shells, but I've never found one of these complete like this. Not this big. I mean, I found some small ones at the beach, but I've never found one this big. Usually when you buy these in a gift shop, they'll have a shiny lacquer on them. They're nice and shiny and perfect. This one is not, and actually still has some sand, or it says some sand in it. So I do believe this is one somebody found. So it's a very nice one. I like it. We have a lot of seashells in here. Here, I want to show you. I want to show you this. It's a sand dollar, and it's perfect. And it's getting. There's going to be a lot of that, I'm sure. It's perfect. These are very fragile. You have to be very careful with them. And it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little bit of a star shape on there. You have these little, they look like they've been cut out, but that's just the way they look. Like these little slits in here, but it's supposed to be that way. I've only found one complete sand dollar in my whole life. And I lived right on the coast for 4 years. I actually found it during a trip to Ocean Isle Beach. And it was on our last day there. It was our last walk on the beach. And we were just about to leave. And that's when I saw it kind of sticking up out of the sand. And I thought, well, it's just a piece, but I'll check it. But it was a whole one. It was about this size. I was so excited. It's the first whole one I had ever found. It was awesome. But you have to be very careful with them. They're very delicate. And they will break. So you have to handle them carefully. And it got like dandruff all over my cloth here. Let's see. We're going to have a lot of these cute little shells. Look at that. This is primarily a cream color. And it has little stripes that go across. The stripes are kind of violet colored or purple. These are kind of violet. And these on the edge are more of a purple color. So it's going to be a lot of those. I see a bunch. Here's a bigger one. And again, you'll see it's a light color. But it has little streaks and stripes of darker color. Very cool. They're not all going to fit there. I can tell you that now. Here's a clam shell. You find these everywhere on the beaches in North Carolina and South Carolina. They're very thick. See? They're made of calcium carbonate. Same stuff you take as a supplement. And yeah, they're very plentiful here. Ooh, this one's pretty. Look, it has like a barrier or a little border. This part is gray. This is all one shell. It looks like a little shell on top of a big shell, but it's not. It's just one. That's pretty. I like that. A little border. Oh yeah, you find lots of these too. I'm really sorry, I don't know the name of all these shells. They have ridges. Of course, these do too. Oop. Sorry, I need to get that stick out of there. This one's pretty. Ooh, the underside's darker. See? Kind of a beige. Let's get this before it pokes me again. They're actually two parts. Oh, wow. What in the world? Check that out. I have no idea what kind of mutant alien experiment resulted in this. Here we have a shell and this stick. I don't know. It's stuck to the shell. I don't know why. Don't know what that's about. It looks like I glued it on there. I think it just, I don't know if a person did that or I don't have any idea. I didn't find these shells. I don't know what the story is behind them. Okay, let me get the other one. Now this one looks like a deer antler or something. Just the curve makes me think of a deer antler. This one actually has a shell also. That's interesting. It feels like part of a seashell with a little bit there and sticks coming out of it. I have no idea. That's interesting. Right. And we have some shells in a plastic bag, but we'll get there. Here we have a piece of coral. It's really cool. It's kind of light. It's not very heavy at all. It's a light color. Very, very light. Sort of a grayish beige. That's okay. Ooh. Here is one with a piece of a seashell inside of it. And it looks like coral has kind of grew down inside this shell. You can see that little rough layer there. The underside has that same mossy stuff as that shell that had the stick sticking out of it. It's like a black mossy stuff. And a little bit. I gotta clean my table off. Okay, that's a little better. We have lots of little pieces. Ooh, look at that. So shiny. It's kind of like mother of pearl. It may be. Look and see that nice shine. And you find them like this. I have found shells like this with that nice sheen. And you could just find them like that. Here's a broken shell, and this one also has a little bit of coral on the outside. You see that little raised up part there? That's coral, a little bit. And a little bit right there too, just on the very edge. Oh, this one's beautiful. Oh my goodness, look at this one. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh, I wish I could find a seashell like this. I got really lucky one time when I was a kid. We went to the beach, and it was right after a hurricane it didn't come ashore, but it kind of glanced off the North Carolina shore like this. And what I think it did was it churned up the water, or all the stuff on the bottom, and it all came ashore, and there were the most beautiful seashells. I only got to go to the beach twice as a kid, and this was one of those times. And we found the most spectacular shells. And that day that I was out there, I did find some like this. They weren't quite this big, they were smaller, but I found a bunch of them. And we found some conch shells and shells like I had never seen before. It was the best. I love looking for seashells at the beach. It was the best I have ever done as far as finding seashells. I came home with a huge bucket full of the most spectacular seashells. So this one is beautiful. I'm keeping that one for sure. I'm going to put it on my desk at work. Make me think of going to the beach. Okay. This one has sand in it. Ooh, now this is another one that's very common. It's kind of big. Sometimes you find them even bigger than this. It has ridges. This one is mainly a gray color. It has little faint stripes of brown. The coloring reminds me of Evie, my tortoiseshell cat. She's kind of a faded tortoiseshell. She looks like I left her out in the sun too long or something. She's all faded. She's mostly gray, but she has a few little faint stripes of orangish beige. Kind of like the seashell. It's Evie's seashell. Pretty cool. Oh, here's another one of these. And you notice it has the darker colors right on the edge. There. And here's another one of these. Very common little shell. This is a common color too. Sometimes you do find them in darker colors. But that's very common. Ooh, I like the color of this one. This one's kind of purple, but it still has a little bit of the darker color along the edges. The underside is pretty too. That's neat. Ooh, look at this one. These are like some of the ones I found at the beach that day after the hurricane. Lots of these little guys right here. Like it's a baby conch shell. And I found some that were swirly like a soft serve ice cream cone. They were really unique looking shells. I had never seen any like that. That's cute. Here's another one that you find in North Carolina along the beach. This type of clam shell. You can find little bitty ones and you can find great big ones. Yeah, these are neat. You can kind of see the stripes there. And another one of these. This one looks like it had something kind of, well, it's hard to see, but it's like it had something attached to it. Looks like a crater on the moon or something. Ooh, this is interesting. I'm not really sure. It's clearly not a seashell. It's like lava rock or something. Which it could be. I honestly don't know. I have no information on these shells, who found them or where they found them or anything. I bought them at a churchyard sale. I don't know anything about them. Oh, here's a bigger one. Look at this. If you go to Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina, that's a nice beach. You go to the northern part of the island at low tide, and you can find conch shells sometimes. You can find some bigger than this. I found some that were like, I mean, you're typically not going to find the really big ones, but you can find smaller ones. This is a nice one. That's cool. A little swirl. That's neat. I don't want to put it on top of the sand dollar. This is another one of the elongated, ridged shells. Kind of a beige color. Oh, this one has a lot of personality. Look at all the colors on this one. I think this is called a scallop shell. I should have looked these up ahead of time. I'm sorry. I've had a really busy day. It's near the end of the school year and there's always a lot going on, and I have work, and it's just hectic. Here's another one. Here you can see it has rings like a tree that show its growth. I think it's bigger and bigger. Starts out small and then it grows out like that. Sand everywhere. I don't mind. I like the sand. Here's a baby one. Here's a little one. Okay, barely pick it up. It's tiny, and the ridges are small because it didn't grow much. Anyways, they get bigger, the ridges spread out. Oh, here's a big clam shell. Look at this one. Wow. There's a little broken bit there. You can see how faded out it looks. It's not a super vibrant colored shell. Some more scallops with sand in them. There's one. See, they're all kind of the same color. Ooh, this one's pink. This one's kind of pink. Especially down here. It gets lighter out there. That's a pretty one. And here's a bigger one here. And this one has a little bit of coral right there. It's very shiny underneath. Let's get these in this plastic bag. Now these look like some that they might have purchased, perhaps. Noisy plastic. Yeah, these are quite shiny. I think maybe they purchased these. It's a little too shiny and perfect. Here's another one. There's these ridges. And it looks like it's been shellacked or something. The other ones have kind of a, that matte finish, for lack of a better word. These look like they've been polished or something. Oh, this one is cool. Look at that. I don't care if they did buy it. That's neat. Looks like a little tornado. Oh, that's cool. I've never found one here like that. But again, it's very shiny, like it has a varnish or something on it. It's kind of hard to see because it's so light. The color's so light. Another one of these. this one's pretty. That's very interesting. It has the dark brown right there on the side. And a little bit up here. But it's mainly over here. It's interesting. I like that. And another one of these just plain white ridged shells. Oh, a snail shell, a sea snail. Now these you can find along the beach here in North Carolina. Well, not here. Not here, not in the middle of the state. But I have found sea snails, the shells, before. This is a nice one though. They're usually not terribly big. The ones I find are usually about this size or smaller. That's a cute one. I like it. And another one of these. I have a lot of these. And another one. And a really nice conch shell. Look at that. This one's also shiny. I think they bought these in a gift shop. That's nice though. Yeah, it's been cut right there. Like they cut the rough edge off or something to make it look pretty, I suppose. That's cool. And finally, we have this interesting little conch shell. And if it's not actually a conch shell, you don't have to tell me. I don't know the names. It may have a more specific name. I don't know it. I just know what I think is cool. This one's cool. It's kind of brown. And it's darker here. It's a cute little shell. I like it. Okay. So that was the plastic bag. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, look at this one. I have found some like this. It looks like the top of a little umbrella or a hut, like a thatched hut. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's like the top of a parasol, a little sun umbrella. I have found some. I've never found one that big. I've found little ones. And another clam shell there. Ooh, here's a nice piece of coral. Look at this one. That's cool. That's a nice piece. I'm going to keep that one. I'm not going to keep all this. I don't know where I would put it all. Oh, and here's another one of these. So that's two of these now. Let's compare it to the other one. So this one's a little bit bigger, but it's the same type. Nice. And another little clam shell. Oh, this one has a hole in it. Sometimes you will find them with a hole in them, and that's always convenient. I used to like to try to find these at the beach, and I would try to find a lot of them with holes in them. Sometimes you could find these little clam shells with a hole, and you can string them together and make a necklace, or that's what I would do. Oh, here's a big scallop. Look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. You could about make an actual Shell station sign with that one. Oh, here's another one. And again, you see, That's weird. It's like two shells melded together. That's interesting. Kind of has like a humpback. You can see it's kind of raised up in a different color. That's weird. I have no idea. I don't know if that's odd, but it's solid under here. But that almost looks like another shell on top of it. That's interesting. Here's another clam shell. These are common, and sometimes they're all crooked like that. They grow in all kinds of crazy shapes. Oops. Here's another cute little shell like these. This is a bigger sea snail. Look at this one. That's a nice big sea snail. I can't talk today. That's cute. Here's another one. Oh wow. These are cool. This one's bigger. I love these. I don't think I've ever found a perfect one that big before. That does not look inappropriate. Stop saying that. Fine, I'll move them apart. Now it's like they're looking at me. Stop it. There's a really cool one, but I can't quite get to it yet. I want to see what it is. First, we have these. Here's another one with a hole in it. See, these you could put some string through there and make a little necklace. I want to see what this one is. Oh, it's like a baby conch shell, but it's been worn down. See, it's all ground down, so it's been rolled a lot, and it kind of polishes them. And it's just about worn it down into a little, looks like a candy corn or something, an acorn, I don't know. That's cool, but it's really smooth. The top is all worn smooth. Neato. Here's another rock. Here's another, I guess that's some kind of, and again, I don't know. It's like lava rock or something. You don't know. It could be an asteroid for all I know. I have no idea. I'm going to put it with the other one. And here's another one with little umbrellas. That is so cool. Yeah, like I said, I found some small ones like this. And it has a peak. See, it kind of comes up to a little peak. It's off center. I've never found any that big though. Here's oh wow. It's full of sand. Here's this conch shell is like the epitome of Monday morning to me. It's just like worn down and tired and just bleh. It's covered in coral. Look at it. It's like it's just been eaten alive. It keeps dumping sand out. Go over there. Here's an adorable little scallop shell. This is cute. And it's pink with burgundy stripes. Here's a cute little white one. Ooh, that's beautiful. Look at the stripes on that. It's a piece of a seashell, but the stripes are gorgeous. I wish I could have seen the whole thing. See what it would look like. Here's another big shell with some brown there, stripes, and some more here. Oh my god, that's not even a fifth of the seashells in here. I'm not kidding. We're not going to finish them all tonight. Ooh, this one's pretty. Look how dark it is. Compared to most of these, they're very light. This one is nice and dark. And again, it looks like two seashells together. There's a line right here. It's almost like two separate shells. That's interesting. I don't know. Here's another one of these. Kind of has ridges going both ways. Most of these are white or cream colored. Here's a cool piece of a clam shell. It's pink and very rough. Here's another cool clam shell. Looks like a foot with claws. It's like a little monster foot. That's cute. Ooh, I've found these before. Look at this. Ooh, that's cool. That's a big one too. Look, it has little things that poke up there. I've never found one like that. It's like little teeth that stick up. Huh. It's cool. It's very thin. I think it would be brittle. But it has little ridges. Huh, that's interesting. Here's a little broken scallop shell. And coral, perhaps. I almost want to say this was part of it. This is a seashell that's just been eaten away. Just the shape, see? It's like it was the inside of an old seashell that's just been eaten away and worn down. It's like your spirit by the time you're middle-aged. We all just kind of die inside. I'm kidding. Well, if you're young, you'll find out eventually. One day you'll just wake up and go, oh dear God, she was right. Here's a small one. It's a little umbrella. I just keep stacking them up. And we have lots and lots of these little ones. Here's another one that's very smooth but very cute. It looks like a candy corn. It's a cute little, has some little pieces of shell wedged in there. It's like a little conch shell or something like a conch shell. But it's incredibly smooth. Oh, it's so smooth. It's like a pebble. Oh, like a little river rock. You know how smooth they are? It's like that. It's so smooth. That's precious. That's so cute. And another oyster shell. There. So many scallop shells. Here's another one of these, but it's kind of gray. It's darker than the others. It's a little chipped right there. Ooh, this one's cute. Look at this little guy. You see how thin it is here down at the bottom? Makes it easier to hold. It's broken a little bit right there, but I like the ones that aren't perfect. I really do. That's why I don't buy seashells in gift shops, because they're too perfect. I like the ones that are imperfect, that I found myself. And I technically found these. I found them at a yard sale. No, I like the ones I find on the beach better, but these are cool. I wonder about the person or the people who found these. I wonder what they were like. What was their trip like? Here's a nice thick little shell. This one's gray, but you can see on the underside how thick it is. It's very nice. Oh, now here's an interesting shell. I wonder what beach you find these on. Oh, pretty much any beach. It's a plastic lid for a water bottle. Ooh, this one is pretty. Look at the stripes on that one. Oh, that's cool. Very pretty. like the colors on this one. It almost looks like a rock, like the surface of a rock on a slope somewhere. Oh, these are common here too. I can't remember what they're called. These little, I think it's a type of clam, but I could be wrong. What do you see there? There's like a little opening in there. And they always have this hump on them like this. It's almost like a half circle sometimes. And they get really big. I've found some big ones like this before. Oh, this one is interesting. Look, it looks like an alien. I've never seen one like that. It's a clamshell, but it has ridges on its back. That's weird. I've never seen one like that. It's built into the shell. A little row. Maybe he got hurt. You know, like if you hurt your nail, it can mess up your nails and grooves. I don't know. I've never seen one with that. It's actually 2 rows. There's this one and this one. That's cool. And another cute little shell. Ooh, this one's pretty. It's also been kind of worn down. It's smoothed out. It's not as pointy. Like say if you compare it to this one, you can see the details of this one much better. They're more defined because this one has been kind of worn down by the ocean tumbling around on that sandy bottom down there. Here's another cute little, it's like a little umbrella. And the ridges are really defined on these. Okay, I think we're about going to have to stop there. I still have a lot. We will revisit the shell collection. I still have some in here. And we're going to take a look at all those another day. Maybe we'll do that in a whisper to make some people happy. Some people don't like it when I don't whisper. Some people don't like it when I talk normally. So somebody's always unhappy. That's just the nature of the thing. But we'll stop with this one. This one is a beautiful example of a nice scallop shell. Look at the beautiful colors on that. That's gorgeous. And then the underside is just kind of an ivory color. That's beautiful. It's so pretty. That's nice. Alright. So there we have, I think probably a lot of the more interesting ones were on the top, but we will look at the rest of them in a separate video later on. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these as much as I did. We got some really nice ones out of it. And I hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you again really soon.